Hey, it's your boy Dominations in the back of the base that you're gonna do so I do taste baby. The all of us, 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 all of us gonna get is right back in the basic. All of us gonna get, all of us gonna get is right back in the basic. Chugging the deuces, I would do taste baby, better than back you. What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise, real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. About the word preacher, preach on. And today's topic we're talking about is another another man once another once of another man's once a man once another man's treasure once of another man's treasure once a treasure once man treasure as another man's garbage. That is so damn true. Once a man's treasure, another man's garbage. It's really important, fellas. But I'm going to say this to brothers, black men. All races of men done this, but really they always make it seem like it always brothers all the time. It's other races of men done this as well. Brothers, it's very important. It's very important. You must control your sperm. Why I say that? Because it have anything to do with this, because every time you hear women always say it's not a good man and it's not enough good men around. How many times you hear this? Women need to look at themselves in the mirror and say, maybe I'm playing a part, because you know different than the no good men. You just like them in so many damn ways. So how can you complain about these thugs and these gangsters and pimps and players and hustlers, all them? You nothing like them. You know different than they is. You just like them. You got what you asked for. You got what you got with the get. That's like saying to me, I fuck nothing but hoes, nothing but female whores. And knowing that these women are whores in the first place when I met them, because you can't turn to a hoe to a housewife, just like a woman can't turn to a man, can't turn to a dog to a husband. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Anybody gets offended that people don't like what I say, fuck you, because you know what I'm saying is true. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody deserves to be loved, but I'm going to say this to men. Men, learn by your mistakes. Don't knock a girl pregnant and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, if you can't take care of a kid, just let her know you don't want no kids. Then she'll understand that. Because men need to know what they want from a female, and women need to do the same damn thing. This is why they want men and women to be miserable, and men and women need to be held accountable for this stuff is going on. No wonder why you see women with single mothers with kids. It's sad. It's sad. If you had to go back in 1950s, the 1940s and 30s and 20s, it wasn't like that. That was on grandmother's year. That's what sex before marriage. These young generation ain't into that. It's all about sex. It's all about lust. It's all about drama. It's all about cheating on this person, cheating on the next person, and that's what's going to lead to dead. That's why a lot of people getting killed. I avoid that. I don't want to be a part of it. I want to start my own kids. Would I date a single mother? It depends. I don't know. Because single mothers, they nothing but an aspirin on your headache. You need 2 aspirin and drink the nerves down. Because single moms, when it comes, I've been hearing men complain about single mothers. They said when you have sex with them, man, it's not pleasant. I tell you that much. Some people say they want milk. Yeah, milk means mothers like to fuck. That is true in some ways. But make sure if the children being behaved, make sure that, she let you discipline that child, and make sure that she for you can handle your business like the next man could. Because this is a lot of guys' fault for this. It wasn't even like that. I would have sex with a woman, but I never get just knock a woman up and got her pregnant. Guys did that shit on purpose because he knows that any other man do not want her. He can come back to her all the times he want. And bad boys and jerks, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all guilty of this too. Yes, y'all are. Y'all like that. Stop. If I were you, I would zip it up them damn sperm if I were you. I mean, you hear it all the time. You hear it. And I'm saying, you know what? I ain't going to end up like most men. I'll leave. See, that's why women keep fucking with good men, because they know good men ain't going to put up with no fight. They wouldn't fuck with no bad boy and jerk like that. They wait till the last minute trying to stand up to him because she get tired of being used or taken advantage of. These are the three single mothers that people need to avoid. The one who was a hoe, who sleep around, who just don't know to keep their legs closed. Other who, a woman who slept with one night stand with a man. She made a mistake. And you know, and she made bad choices. She needs something that's get back on her feet. Why you think women got cars? It ain't no accident. I believe that women got government assistance loans that gave it to them because they got because if a man couldn't provide for them, the government gonna provide for them. And fellas, you can get mad at these women, but a lot of that is y'all fault. I'm getting tired of blaming it, but a lot of times it's the women's fault that chose these type of men, and they know no good. See, this is what I've been saying. I got two sisters. I see it all the time. My sisters are 34 or 35. Never been married and got kids. And now her two daughters in trouble. And she been sexually taken advantage of by a white guy. You would think it's gonna be brothers, white sister. You thought I was gonna say, I bet you it was a black man. No, it was a white guy. Do my niece sexually taken advantage of. And then my other niece, she out there smoking weed and skipping school in some ways and trying to steal Dr. Dre's beats. She's banning from the store for life. Then my other sisters, her kids, you know, her son always in and out of trouble, trying to rob in other people's house, especially in the suburbs. Then you got two daughters. One was a teenage runaway. She think that she all grown up and shit. She grown, you can't tell her do anything. Then you got this other little girl. She's gonna enter boys pretty soon, and she's gonna end up the same fate as her older sister. Now I hope not. My nephew, for my other sister, he all right. He about to go, you know, in the wrestling, going to football, all that stuff. But I don't think, especially wrestling. He's a junior, but he's going to be a senior next year. And I feel bad for my nephew because he reminds me of my old self. He figured that women don't want him. And I felt bad for him. It's not the women. It's the women need to make the right choices, especially the guy they're trying to choose. They can't bitch and complain when the guy, and some of these guys ain't shit what they with. And I guarantee it's the dick. Let's be honest. It's the dick they love. It have nothing to do with because a man because a man slap you, disrespect you, calling out your name, and knowing her damn mind, her parents don't like him. But if a nice guy, she'll walk all over him. Fellas, I know you hear it all the time. Women, y'all got to be honest about that because if some guy do you like that, you wouldn't like it. But let it be your mama and dad, and I mean let it be your not but your brother and your dad and your uncle and your grandpa and all the rest. If some female did them like that, you wouldn't like it. You would have a different reaction, would you? Fellas, you got to be more honest about this because y'all playing these females, but you wouldn't like if somebody played with your mama. You wouldn't like if somebody played with your sister, your auntie, your aunt, your grandmother. You wouldn't like it. You'd be looking for a fight or somebody. You want to whoop somebody's ass, would you? If you don't want if you don't want somebody to do females in your family like that, don't do other females in your family. Don't do other females in other people's family because that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's mother, it's someone in the family because you don't want your family to do that to you. And women, y'all need to do the same thing. Don't do it to if you don't want somebody to do that to your male and members in your family. Don't do it to other men because that's somebody's dad, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody in the family that you got to deal with. Because there's going to be one of the family members going to come at you. Hey, you hurt my family. See, this is what I'm talking about. We need to start being more honest about this because there are a group of people who like to do what they want. I'm tired. I'm sorry. The fun is over. You hear this all the time. It's up to the bad folks. Got to be the ones that got to change because good people interact with bad folks. Let's be honest. It's started back from Adam and Eve. We already know where that came from, and I know all you Christian women, y'all know where that came from. This is why you see single mothers with kids. This is no accident. Just like there was a girl that I like a long time. If she would have chosen me a long time ago, we would have started a family together for our own. But now I got to be the so-called stepdad, by this other motherfucker. But see, it's like that in our community, man. I ain't gonna lie, in any other community, because I know white guys can relate to this because it happened to them. You see it all the time, and still gonna be the man's fault. But that's that old say, I'm always right, even if I'm wrong, I'm always right. That women believe that. Women always believe it. But women, sometimes you gotta admit when you're wrong sooner or later. I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm 100% a man. I understand women look at this. Well, they come from a woman. I get that, but it wasn't like that back in the days. Back then, men did not play with females' hearts like that, and women did not play men's heart like that as well. That's when men and women was being more equal to each other, more respectable for each other. That's when men know they role. That's when women know they role. Women was the homemaker. Man was the breadwinner, to win the bread to bring the home. Men was to put food on the clock and all bills paid for. And that's when the woman that's being and clean up the certain household and household she clean. It's not like that no more. Now you got dudes acting like feminine, and now you got women acting like men. They masculine. I understand that sexual gender's been switched. It used to be a time when women wear the dress and men wear the pants. Now women wear the pants and men wear the dress. It is what it is. Thanks to physicism, why it's got started. It happened on purpose. How many women that know that the Rockefeller is founded by physicism movement? They've been funded by that to break up the family. And one, two reason they did this. Number one, they teach the kids how to think and how to distinguishment and distinguish their brain or something like that. And number two, and use the state as the whole entire state as a family and makes us their families. There was a lot of real reason why they break up the family, to push men out the home and make the women stranded by themselves. There's a real reason why these things are going on. See, men and women don't see this. Now, I see it now. There's a real reason. This is why men and women, especially good men and good women, they need to be together. The bad man, the bad woman, they need to be together. Only way the good be with the bad and bad be the good. To the bad, but the bad people get their stuff together and not make it more harder for other folks. I get tired of seeing these type of stories. Why is it that is a man and woman got to take care of somebody else's luggage like they can't take care of their other luggage? You tell me about that. Because once another man's treasure. Once of another man's treasure, once of another man's trash, another man's treasure. That is some true right here. Men are guilty of this. Their fathers did the same thing. Their great-great-grandfathers did the same thing. Women do the same thing. Their mothers and their great-grandmothers did the same thing. I never heard a woman say, get a man that supports you, get a man that's going to be there for you, get a man that's going to provide for you, get a man that's going to protect you. They never tell women this. Some do, but most women, they're just going to tell women, get you degrees, get you Caucasian, fuck these men, you don't need them and all that. That's which is good, but that's a wrong thinking that way because they want them to be happy. But some mothers did the same thing their daughters is doing. And the fathers got to be more honest with the sons and say, hey, don't be, you could have any woman that you want, but get any woman that you want as long as you perceive to be the man and be the man. But they never tell their sons that, get you a woman that's going to love you, get the woman that's going to cherish you, get you a woman that's going to always mean to be there for you and meant to be there for you. If she's not going to be there for you, you don't need her. Keep it going. And who running it? Long as men run the house and females run the house right along with the men. But it explains it. When I was in high school, I was the kid that ride the bus. I was that kid. I didn't get the hottest girls in high school. I didn't pay these females no money. They didn't want me. They didn't give me a time of the day. Now, some girls talk to me, and then they have the nerve when they get a certain age and they make mistakes. This is why women go to church. You ever wonder why women go to church trying to find a husband? But they should have thought about that when they were 16 or 17 and 18. You got guys don't even go to church. Now, I know some women going to say that men don't believe in the Lord. Men do believe in the Lord, but we don't con the women just to get in their panties like pastors do, if you know what I mean. We need to stop being afraid to say these things, because if we keep on afraid of it, we're going to act like nothing ain't happened, ain't meant to happen, and should not meant to happen in the first place. Something's got to change, and something's got to bring the change, then, and things got to make the changeization now, and it ever was and ever will be. And that's all I got to say about that. It's your boy Domination. That's the back of the base that you're going to do since I be doing Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.